Hey everybody, Ryan, MyKidCuresCancer.com. I am here with Chris Holder of, how do you say, Sebastopol, California?
Sebastopol.
And what's your practice, Chris?
My practice is mostly oncology, mostly breast cancer, and then any rare cancers, anything that needs a lot of research behind it.
Very good. Chris, do you consider cancer the primary upstream driving malfunction? If that would be clear enough. To be of a metabolic nature, an epigenetic nature, or a microbial nature. If you had, and I'll say, either pick one or elaborate on why it could be any one of those three.
Well, definitely you need all three for cancer to occur, and it's commonly thought of as cancer as being a genetic disease, and that's not really what pans out when you start looking at the data. The environment matters in both in the macro sense of how much toxins you're exposed to here, and then also in the micro sense of what's happening around the tissue in the area where the tumor is. And so things, local sugar amounts to that area will speed up cancer growth. Local inflammation also will drive growth.
Yeah.
I guess in the end, I didn't pick one.
Yeah, no, and those are the three that I always hear about,
Yeah.
And it seems like everyone falls into, well, not everyone, but people will tend to fall into one of these camps.
Yeah.
In terms of this is the cause of cancer.
No,
and so it's just something that I'm trying to, kind of tease out and really elaborate with on people.
The other thing that has to happen is the immune system has to fail to actually deal with the tumor as well.
Yes.
And so there's immune system failure, there's growth signals with inflammation, and high glucose situations, high acid environments, and then of course the genes that might trigger abnormal growth or lack of death. That's what cancer really is. The cells are not dying on time.
Yeah. Are there any therapies, supplements, etc., that you prescribe across the board, no matter what the person or cancer type, etc.?
Yeah, two things, and they're neither supplements. One is a high antioxidant and flavonoid diet. And what that really means is at the dinner table, not one vegetable, broccoli today, carrots tomorrow, but I'm having my patients combine at least 5 vegetables a day for 2 of the meals. So that might look like turmeric root with carrots and beets and garlic and onions all stir-fried together with a healthy oil, such as olive oil or coconut oil. So that's one version of a meal. The other thing I always recommend is exercise. Exercise oxygenates the tissue. Hypoxic environments drive tissue growth. And but also the circulation also helps get whatever you're trying to get to the site in higher amounts. So if that's a chemo, your chemo is going to work better. If it's a natural treatment, the natural treatment's going to work better. So those are two things that I really drive pretty hard with patients. The third thing would be proper sleep, and not drug sleep, but actual sleep. That's when the tumors are being lysed by the natural killer cells, is mostly in stage 4 and REM sleep, and so sleep is also very important. In terms of supplements, which was kind of part of your original question, no, it's very case dependent. Many of the cases I will use turkey tail mushroom to stimulate the immune system, and curcumin from turmeric root to quell inflammatory signals. But there's, as you've seen through this weekend, there's a bazillion things out there that can be used.
There's a lot out there. It's tough to navigate.
Yeah.
3, if you had to boil everything you know, just everything you know, into 3 golden rules on how to stay healthy and disease-free, what would those rules be?
Yeah, rule number 1, everything coming into the body as clean as possible. Clean organic food, clean water, healthy relationships, healthy thoughts, all these things, you know, what's coming in the media into us. That would be rule number one. Rule number two would be, once those things get in that aren't supposed to be in there, how do you detox them out? So how do I detoxify chemicals that are driving cancer? How do I detoxify bad thoughts out of the mind? And my third rule would probably be purpose. Survival data and purpose go hand in hand, and so if you don't know why you're trying to live, I try to get my patients to get real clear on that real quick, because there's a huge survival factor there. And it also touches on this deep spiritual thing of, you know, who are we and why are we here? And that's a beautiful thing that cancer always brings up in people. That's why it's my favorite illness to work with, because I can work with people, body, mind, and spirit.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Chris, thanks for the time.
Thanks, Ryan.